Hi, my name is Peter Klimo, and I'm going to be a competitor in the upcoming Gina Bacar International Piano Competition. And today I wanted to tell you a little bit about how I got started playing the piano and to show you my first musical instrument, this electronic synthesizer my mom got me from Costco. So I started playing when I was about 9 years old, and I remember having a friend in elementary school who was taking piano lessons. And I remember going over to his house one time, and he showed me his upright piano with all of the 88 keys. And I just remember being fascinated about how many buttons there were to push. And so this sort of physical aspect of playing is what drew me to the instrument in the first place. And so after a few months of bugging my mom, she finally caved and got me this synthesizer. And for the first several months, it was actually sort of my teacher. And it was really quite fun to mess around with. It has a data bank of over 100 different songs. And for example, I've pulled up Furley's here. And so if I start it, you can see on this little screen here that it actually sort of shows you the notes of what to play in the right hand without actually having to read any notation. So I learned Furley's, I learned Greensleeves, I learned several popular tunes just by sort of watching the screen. And when my mom saw how dedicated and interested I was, then of course she started me on proper lessons, and soon after came an upright piano, then a grand, and so on and so forth. So fast forward a couple of years, and I've actually pulled out a couple scores of pieces I was working on in high school. So if you want to come take a look for a second, this is a Liszt Hungarian Rhapsody that I was working on, and we can already see several fascinating features. Here is a new sticker. I'm not sure what that means exactly, but here's a keep trying. I think that one's pretty obvious. And yeah, oh, this page is just a nightmare. Look, we've got band-aids all over the place, which I think we can all understand what those mean. We have a do not enter, not frantic for this passage. If we pan over to the other page, you have a phony passage here that I'd be faking all the time. So my teacher was really having a good time putting these stickers on for me. Mind you, I was in high school at the time. Oh, and look, here's another great one. So we've got two insects here, and I just absolutely hate insects. So any passage that was sounding terrible, my teacher would right away put some insects on it, which actually reminds me of this other score I have. Pull out in a second. And this is this first Chopin etude. And if you look closely, at the moment you can sort of see this donut here. But if you look behind it, there's actually what I believe is a spider sticker. So I must have been really playing pretty terribly when I started with the spider sticker, and eventually the donut came and sort of redeemed it. But that's just so funny to look back. Although now that I think about my scores nowadays, I'm not getting so many stickers anymore. Maybe the Gina Bacar will have a few stickers for me when I go. Anyways, looking forward to being there. See you guys in June. Bye-bye.